Okay. Very good morning to all of you. So today we are going to continue the discussion from where we have left our yesterday's class. That is the part of the looping. We have discussed on the topic of the conditional statement if if else if then else. Now today we are going to talk and discuss on the part of the just a minute. On the looping and looping of for loop while loop, this type of looping condition we are going to talk and discuss. So our today's discussion or topic of discussion is loops in the shell script. Now the scenario of this, we have seen the scenario of looping in the C programming, in the Java you will have in your fourth semester. So in various programming languages, you have come across over this looping scenario, right? Now this looping scenario, there are basically we are going to talk the two different type of looping statement that actually supported by the bash, because whatever we are doing here in the Linux part, that is type of a shell programming, and this shell programming is under the part of some bash shell. Corn shell means there are different segment of the shell, and this shell actually whatever it supports it will be looking onto that. So shell, we are going to talk on that particular shell support, that is bash shell. Basically whatever we are doing, we are basically going for the bash shell. So whatever it will support, we are going to talk on that bash shell support. So this loop, the loop, what is a loop? First we will let's check out that what is a loop. So we can say what is a loop. Anyone can tell me what will be the basic definition of loop? What we can say, what is a loop? Anyone? Anyone? What is the definition of loop? What we can say a loop in a programming language? Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what is a loop? You people are not.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, a structure that repeat program sequentially.
Okay. Anyone with any other type of answer? Any other they want to say? You people are in the fifth semester. You people have gone with C programming, Java programming, the looping in the scenario, and you people we are not be able to give a definition of looping statement. What is the scenario? Why no one is getting? Why no one is giving an answer that what is a loop?
कंटिन्यूअसली रिपीटेड जो होता है
Continuously repeated जो होता है तो कब तक? There is a condition. There should be a condition that should be repeated. These are the basics question, and this question may be asked in your Viva exams or maybe in your interview recruiting process. And at that time, if you are not able to give an answer on these questions, then forget about getting a job on that platform, because a very simple question and you people are not be able to give a proper answer on that. So it is a very bad situation, I can
Can I?
say, to you people, right? Yes, anyone? Ryan,
Yes, sir.
what is the definition of loop?
Sir, loop is a sequence of instruction that is continuously repeating until a certain condition is reached.
Right. Yes. So this is what a definition of the loop. So we can say what is a loop? a computer or any program that can repeat particular instruction again and again. So we can say that a program that can repeat a particular instruction again and again until there is a condition, until any particular condition gets satisfied, until any particular condition gets satisfied. Until any particular condition gets satisfied. So there should be a condition where a condition or whatever we are going, when we are using a loop, there should be any type of condition that needs to be satisfied. So if a condition does not get satisfied and still it is inside the loop, still the loop is running, then what is it called? There is a term that maybe we are in a looping scenario and the loop is continuously looping, but we are not getting any type of output and no condition was also satisfied at the same time, but the loop is continuously looping. So what that condition, what that loop is called, and what is the name of that particular loop?
Infinite loop.
Infinite loop, right? So this is a exceptional case. The infinite loop, it is an exceptional case, and it happens when we make an error, when we make a particular statement error or any particular fault on the particular looping statement, then it goes to the infinite. Otherwise it will not, right? So this loop, the definition that a program that can repeat a particular instruction again and again until any particular condition gets satisfied. So this a group of instructions is getting executed repeatedly, and for that a particular condition getting satisfied. Now in our Linux programming, there are two type of looping statement that is supported by the bash. What are those two? First one is for loop. Second one is while loop. So these two conditions actually get satisfied with the help of the loops bash and for and bash loop. Now in each and every loop, what happened that the variable, we used a particular variable in the loop where the condition must be initialized and the condition of the loop or the execution of the loop begin. So that we can say that in each and every loop, the variable used in loop condition, the variable that is used in the loop condition, it must be initialized and execution of the loop begins then. The test condition is made at the beginning of the each iterations, and the body of the loop ends with a statement that modifies the value of the test. So these are the significant part that how a loop goes on, that how a loop goes on. Now, if we go for the first one, that is a for loop. Suppose I'm talking about first about the for loop. What is the syntax for this for loop? Let us check the syntax for the for loop in the bash program. What happened that for variable name into the list, there will be a list here in list do. Now here after this do part, we are going to execute one or each item in the list until the list is finished or maybe not finished, or repeat all statement between do and done. Means do and done statement will be the do. If this variable items for this particular will be happening, then the loop will be performing some task. That do will be performing some task. So do, then we can say some execution will be happening, right? Do some execution will go on, and then when it is done, then at the end it will be done. So this is a simple syntax. I'm talking about a simple syntax of for loop here. Now let us take an example, right? So we are trying to, we have a syntax, we have write a syntax. Now let us check a example that what it will be look for, right? So what we are doing, we are first starting or building a particular file, right? Suppose $cat test. So a particular file was created, a test file is created. Now in the particular file we are going to write. So when I am using a cat, so it will open into the terminal directly. So now I have write something that for I in 1 2 3 4 5. So the thing for variable name in the list. So if I write this for I in 1 2 3 4 5. So this particular I is actually representing the variable name, and this 1 2 3 4 5, this will representing the list value. So for I in 1 2 3 4 5, then there are some do part that will be giving some execution. So what execution it is giving? Echo. We are trying to print something. Echo welcome the looping time. Welcome means, suppose I am writing this. So echo welcome I times, that will be repeated and then done. Okay, so this program I have written here. Now we can run the program by anything. So tell me one thing. We have write the program. We have write this particular code in a cat command, right? So we need to execute. We need to get out of the terminal. So how we can get out? What is the shortcut or what is the key by which we can get out of the cat commands? Cat editor actually. What is the command?
Control plus D.
Control plus
D.
D. Fine. So now we are going to press some Control plus D and we are getting out of the terminal. Now we are trying to run this particular code, right? So to run this particular code, there is a simple command by which we can write it, that is dot slash and then the file name. So by which dot slash, what is my file name? Dot slash, the file name is test. So when we are going to run this particular program, when this thing will be run, what will be the first output here? Tell me what will be the first output here? What will be
Welcome one time.
okay, so welcome one time. Next it will repeat again, welcome two times, welcome three times, welcome for means the loop, the I will be looping till the time it will reach to 5. So for I 1 2 3 4 5 till it reach to the 5, then it will be stop its iteration. So look a scenario that in a C programming or in a Java programming we write a huge thing for I equals to 0, I less than this, I plus plus. So we are writing a huge thing into the scenario, right? Comparing to that scenario in our Linux or shell programming, we are writing a very small thing. We are writing a very simpler part of this for loop, and the statement or the scenario is getting executed. So the statement or the conditions or the code we can write here is sometimes very less, sometimes it may be very large comparing to the other scenario. So what we can say that for loop, so by simply write a single line for I equal to 1 2 3 4 5, we can go to it and the loop will run, and the for loop first creates what happening here. The for loop will first create the I variable and assign a particular number from the list, that is the first number will be 1. The shell then executing the echo statement, welcome $I time. So $I time means first it will welcome to one time, then 2. So then the process will continue until all the items in the list were done. It will looping all the statement. So because as there is five statement, 5 values in the list, the 5 will be there, so it will go for the 5 times and then it will show the 1 2 3 4 5 and welcome one time, welcome 2 times, welcome 3 times. So this is a simple for loop statement. So a simple for loop statement we have seen here, we have gone for it and we have checked that how the scenario looks like, right? Now there is a task that will be in your home that you people need to do and show me, or some of one of you, I maybe ask any random name in the class, and that people need to show me into the laboratory part, right? So my question that I'm writing, keep remembering the scenario into your head, that you people need to do it. I maybe ask any of the person into the lab, or maybe all of you, to show me what you have written or whatever the things you have done, show me, right? So the question is that print multiplication table for any given number. Print multiplication table for any given number with the help of for loop using shell programming. Print the multiplication table of any given number using for loop in shell programming. So this is the task that you people need to do. You people prepare on it. In the class of Tuesday in the Linux lab, we are going to check on it. We are going to see that who have done it, what they have done. Okay, so we are going to discuss this particular problem into the laboratory section in the Linux part. Okay, so this is the assignment 1. Now moving to the next part. Now we can, whatever we have seen into the scenario of C programming, that for I equals to 0, I less than equal to something, I plus plus, then so we can also implement it here. We can also implement it particular here, no issue on that. So there are several processes by which we can implement it. So if I try to implement the C program, implement that particular part, what we have learned in our previously C programming, right? So suppose first get a particular program name for, right? Then what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a for loop. So suppose here, what is the scenario, that for I equals to 0, I less than equals to 5, I plus plus. Then 2, the conditional statement that will be executed. Again, that particular scenario, that 2 echo welcome $i times, and it will be done. And then if we're trying to run this particular code, then the same type of output that we have seen in my previous program, that will be executed here. That is welcome 0 time, welcome 1 time, welcome 2 time. That will be, so here the scenario is the first time it will be executed as 0, because the loop here it is starting from the 0. The loop here it is starting from the 0. So the first output here it will be starting from the 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the scenario. We can also execute this particular part also. So the first expression, as it is I equals to 0, so the variable value it will start from 0, right? So and it will be looping up to the 5th term, that will be 5 type, right? So next, the part we have learned here, we have seen in C programming also, that after for loop there is a condition, that is nested for loop, right? That is nesting for loop. What happening in nesting for loop? What is the part, or what is the scenario in the nesting for loop, right? In nesting for loop, suppose we are trying to create a program. First, let us run the program, right? Dollar. So we are creating a shell file. Nested for is the file name, a shell file is created. Now, for I equal to 1, I less than equals to 5, I plus plus. for equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Okay, so nested for loop means one loop inside another loop. The idea was known already by you people. Then what happened? So the scenario, what is the syntax? How it is looked like? Then the next for loop, it will be inserted like this. The first one up, if the first statement for the for loop is executed, then it will run the do part going to the inner for loop, going to the inner for loop, going to the inner for loop, right? So for j equal to 1, j less than equals to 5, j plus plus. So this is the condition. The second for loop is ready. Then do equal minus n $i. Then the scenario is completed here. Done. And lastly, we have done. So echo, we are going to print something. Okay. So suppose this is the scenario we have talked, we have actually make it right. Now, if this particular program is going to be executed, what will be the scenario? What is going to be the output? So this is the nested for loop condition. There is one outer for loop, that is for I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5, I plus plus. There is an inner for loop, that is for j equal to 1, j less than equal to 5, j plus plus. And then there is some echoing statement. So if the first two condition gets satisfied, then it will be printed. Otherwise, it will be going for the next part. Now, what is going on here? You people need to tell me what will be the output. What will be the output that will be displayed here? What will be the output that will be displayed here for this particular program? What will be the output? Tell me anyone. This type of scenario comes into the interview, that where you will need to clear a technical round. And in the technical round, a program will be given and you people need to write the output, or you will need to choose the output, the correct output. So the scenario, I have write a program here, I have written a program here. What will be the output? Tell me, anyone, what will be the first output here? Tell me. What will be the output?
1,
Okay.
1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Means how many times of 1?
Once first time, second line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, just a minute. So it is not like that. So I'm giving you a screen sharing permission. Open your whiteboard and write whatever you are saying, whatever you are trying to say, write that. Okay. Okay, go it. Do it. Share your whiteboard and write whatever you are trying to say as an output. Anyone, if anyone trying to say anything, anyone trying to say the output, share your whiteboard and write the output, whatever you people are trying to say, or whatever you think that will be the output. Yes, Subhadeep. Subhadeep, go to the share option. You have, yes, okay, fine. Okay, so you are saying that 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are saying that. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, you can stop your share screen. So all are agreeing with this particular output? Whatever Shubhadeep is saying, that all are agreeing with this particular output? Or anyone having any other type of result in your mind? Anyone? Why no one have any type of response here? So should I take that the logical part of programming was very weak for you people? Because these are very logical statements. Forget about Linux, forget about C, everything. This is just a for loop statement. How the for loop is running, what will be the output? That's all we need to write, or that's all we need to show here. Then what is the output? What will be the output? That only we need to show, that only we need to write. So I am not going to tell it right now here, because I want answer from you people. I will give.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes, Manish.
it will be 1 and then followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 till 5. It will go till 5.
Okay. Still nearly, but not the correct answer, I will say. So what we will do here, I will give all of you a time. Okay. Today is Saturday, I think. Yes, today is Saturday, and you people have class again on Tuesday. Okay, right. So in the Linux lab, we are going to check the output of this program also from you people. So I will give you enough time, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday itself on the first half. So enough time you people will get, do a dry run on this particular program. I know, I think all of you know that how to do a dry run on the particular program. So do a dry run on the program, think carefully, and then tell me the output into the class of Tuesday in the Linux lab. Okay, so this is again a second task of you people that you people need to do. You people need to try it on your own, and then you people need to tell me that what can be the output or what will be the output. Okay, then I am there to tell you the correct output. I am there to discuss how the output will be there, what will be the correct output, right? So this is the second part. The thing is available in the video. You will get it into the YouTube also. If you like, you can take the screenshot of current whatever the things, whatever the program it is written here. Then you can try it in your home and tell me the output into the lab class of the in the Tuesday. Okay, on Tuesday. So the thing, this is the nested for loop statement. We can write a nested for loop scenario in the particular programming part also, in the Linux programming part also, right? So the particular games, so we can write several type of things. We can do several type of particular things in our particular Linux program. And in the next class, I am going to show you a very interesting program that will be performing into the lab part. Okay, so we will be going to do a particular very interesting program that will show you a good output, that will show you some different type of output. Okay, so we are not going to discuss on that today. Now the thing is, what is the particular part, how we have talked about the for loop and the details of the for loop, right? Coming to the next part here, that is about the while loop. The next statement, the next scenario that we are going to talk here, that is while loop. So the while loop, what is the scenario of while loop? The syntax, that is while the condition. Let us first write the syntaxes of while, that is while, then the condition, then do, whatever the commands will be present here. So if the condition is correct, then the do will be continuing the command statement. How many number of command statement will be there, that will be executed, and lastly the done. So it is the simple while loop syntax. While the condition do command, the number of commands that will need to be executed, that will be there. Then lastly, the turn part. So this loop in the part of this while loop, the loop will be executed as long the given condition is true. So the condition that will be checked first, and then the scenario, then the statement, then the execution of the command will be there. So first the condition will be checked, and if the condition is true, then it will be go to the part, it will be executing the part of the commands that is available. Whatever the command that is available, that will be executed, right? So this a simple syntax of the while condition. Then a particular example we can talk about the while condition statement, right? Just a minute, we need to write the program here. Suppose so this is a particular file that I am creating here, that is known as a test while. Then it is a script that is helping to test the while statement. So how we are going to do it? If if dollar hash minus equation is 0, then there will be some equaling statement. It is actually checking some condition. It will be first checking if the condition, if else the conditional part, that will be checking here. Then some echoing statement will be there. Then echo, some message will be displayed here, something like error, the number missing from command line argument. Something error will be displayed. Suppose otherwise we can display some messages. Now, if this particular condition was correct, then it will be going for particular part. Otherwise, then we are going to execute it, and then as it is if condition, then it will be stopped as the 5. Then the next part, that we are providing some value. We are taking some variable from the user. So the value is actually inserted into the variable n, inserting some value of I equal to 1, and then the while condition, while $I minus LE 10, while $I minus LE 10. So what is the term LE? What is the term LE? What is the term LE? Can anyone tell me?
Less than equal to.
Less than equal to, correct. So while $I minus LE 10. So the $I that is having a value, and if that is less than equal to 10, that is less than equal to 10, then we are going to do, then some value will be executed, that is some echo statement will be there. Some echo statement will be there, that is $n into $I. $n into $I, that is expression that will be executed, $I that is expression $I here, and then the into $n particular part, but that is be executed, right? So then there is a part that is I equal to expr $I plus 1, I equal to expr dollar I plus 1 means here the value will be incremented. Here the value will be incremented after the satisfying condition. After the condition is satisfied for the first time, the value will be incremented. Lastly, it was done. So I have write some particular program here that will be actually, if I tell you that what is the particular program about it, then you people will be having the idea of a home assignment that I have given you assignment. Okay, I have already given you the hint that it is a particular program for a multiplication table program, right? So I have given you a task about write a multiplication table for a for using for loop using some shell programming. So this is a similar kind of program. It is in the while loop. So the same type of program into the while loop actually. So this program will be giving a output of a particular multiplication table, showing us the value or giving us the output of a particular number, the multiplication table of a particular number. So we will see this particular scenario. We will run this particular programs into the labs, into the next lab, where we will be running this particular program into our terminal by directly. I'm going to do it, and you will have the visualization on the output of each and every scenario, right? So up to this particular part, we are going to talk and discuss today. And remember, I have given you two home assignments. One, write a particular multiplication table for using some for loop, in some shell programming. And second one, I have given, I have run write a program. I have write a program, and this program, the output of this particular program needs to be calculated and needs to be shown by you people in the next class. Okay, so this is all for today's class. Up to this particular part, we have discussed, we have talked. So I would like you all to kindly write your names in the chat box for the attendance purpose. So quickly, all of you write your names in the chat box for your attendance. Yes.
So you have defined I 2 times before while loop and in while loop.
Wait a minute. Yes, tell me.
Here we have defined I is equal to 1, and that I is equal to expression dollar I plus 1. You have defined there I 2 times.
This I here means, wait a minute. This I, okay. This is the initialization of the value of I. I have initialized the value of I as 1, right? And this particular statement I is equal to expression, that is $I plus 1, that is the increment value of I. Means condition, think about the C programming. What we are doing, suppose we have initialized the value at the time when I'm initializing the value of I, then if the condition satisfied, if some execution was done, then the value of I will be incremented. The value of I needs to be incremented. That incremented statement is that I equal to expression $I plus 1.
Got it.
Okay. So I hope that all of you have written your names in the chat box, because the meeting will be ended very soon. The time is very less. So thank you all for joining into the session. Stay safe and take care.
Sir. Sir.
Yes. Yes, Sierra.
Sir, can't we write without $1, sir? N is equal to $1.